Okay, in the yesterday's session, we completed with discussing about the application look and feel, what is navigator, and then this home icon and springboard area, and then navigating to the setup and maintenance and enabling the offerings according to the license. And also we discussed about the licensing. We will be receiving test instance and production instance from the client. And if you want additional instances, it is an extra cost. And Oracle will be providing an access to us. Using that account access, we can create additional users. Along with, if you remember yesterday, we considered Dan as a IT manager from the client side. So Oracle will be providing one account for Dan and also a default account called Fusion Applications Administrator. FA admin is nothing but Fusion Applications Administrator. So Dan will be receiving a login details for Fusion Applications Administrator also. Okay. So this is a kind of a super user account to the Fusion applications. And after receiving access to the instance and using this particular area, Dan can create users for the implementation team to the implementation team. Okay, and we have to discuss about this service administrator account also. This service administrator account is nothing but, so we are going to receive application details from Oracle, right? Along with the application details, we also receive service administrator account login details also. It's a separate URL. It's a separate URL, and from that URL, we can manage all the Oracle products. We can manage all the Oracle products. Nothing but, if you want to renew licenses, we can renew from here. And if you want to purchase new licenses, new products, we can purchase from here. And we can also schedule production to test refresh from this URL also. And also, if you want to defer upgrade, if you want to stop upgrade for some time, you can also use this service administrator account. Okay. So by using the service administrator account login, we can extend our licenses with the products, and we can also purchase new products. We can also request for production to test refresh, and we can also stop upgrade. It's an automatic upgrade, right? Oracle will be providing a slot to you automatically, So if you wanted to stop that upgrade for 2 weeks or 1 month, we can do it from here. We can reschedule from here. Okay. And yeah, when coming to the implementation approach, in case of EBS, we perform CRP, development, SIT, UAT, and then production. So before the production, how many cycles we are doing? We are doing 4 cycles. For these 4 cycles, generally the clients are going to create, or nothing but IT team is going to create a separate instances to run these 4 cycles. During the implementation project. Client or IT company, they are going to maintain 4 different instances. But in cloud, we don't have that option because Oracle is providing us only 2 instances, that is test and prod. So in the test instance, we need to perform everything. We have to run CRP and then development, SIT, and UAT. Okay. As I said, if you wanted to maintain these implementation cycles in separate instances, you can buy additional instance from Oracle. Okay. And we already discussed about this service account. This service account is used to manage subscriptions, upgrade schedules, and then maintain schedules, and then managing all the Oracle products. Okay, so here I discussed about the service administrator account and the note point I mentioned here. Okay, and when I'm talking about quarterly upgrade, how much time it will take to upgrade our instance? How much time it will take to upgrade our instance? So it will take 24 hours. Oracle will say it is 24 hours, but it depends. It depends upon the volume of the data your instance is having. So generally as per my experience, the upgrade time less than 8 hours. Oracle will say 24 hours, but upgrade time is less than 8 hours only. It depends upon the volume of the data the instance is having. Generally less than 8 hours only. So Oracle first upgrade the test instance, and later Oracle is going to upgrade the production instance after 1 month. So test instance, and then after 1 month we have 1 month time to run pre and post upgrade steps in the test instance, and then verify the functionalities and any process is changed and application look and feel is changed and any bug fixes is happened to the already identified issues, verify everything, and you have 1 month time. So prepare yourself and prepare the business users for the production upgrade. Okay, now what about the demo users? What about the demo users? So all of us might have learned SQL, right? In our academics. All of us might have learned SQL in our academics. So if you take SQL database, if you install SQL in your PC, in your laptop, by default, you'll have employee table, salary table, and department table, right? So we can straight away run our SQL statement, our SQL queries on these three tables. On these three tables, that means there is a demo data provided by Oracle, and also what is the default username and password to access the Oracle database? What is the default username and password to access the Oracle database? Anyone can remember?
Scott Tiger.
Scott and Tiger, right? So that means you need not to create an account also. So you can use the default login given by Oracle, that is Scott and Tiger, and then default tables to practice the SQL statements. And in the similar way, EBS is having a demo user called operations, and Oracle is taking Vision as a sample client, and you can log into this user and then perform transactions on the Vision company, Vision infrastructure straight away, without creating any user, without creating any company structure. You can use this user and you can use Vision company structure, which is available in the instance, and then you can try the transactions. Transactions is nothing but again purchase order, sales order, invoice, in warehouse transactions, all those things. But what about Fusion applications? So Fusion applications also has got demo data. So these are the demo users. Okay. So here we'll see the difference between implementation user and business user. So these are the implementation users. Okay. If you log in with any implementation user, it does not make any difference. So you can log in with this user and you can perform any setup you can perform. Okay. But there are individual users are there for each track, like for supply chain track, one user, and for procurement track, and then finance track, and for HCM track. So SCM underscore IMPL, PRC, procurement underscore IMPL, fin underscore IMPL, HCM underscore IMPL. So there are different users are there for each track, but it does not make any difference. If you can log into sub SCM underscore IMPL user and you can perform HCM configurations. You can perform HCM configurations. So to configure the application, you can use any user, not a problem. Okay. But to try with the business transactions, you have to use the particular users. Please remember what I'm speaking. Don't forget after 1 week. Don't forget after 1 week. Okay. Please remember what I'm speaking. And also it is also good habit to keep pens and notebooks with you and then note down what I'm teaching. Feel like a classroom training. And keep pen and book with you. And then note down running notes. Put a date and then note down the running notes. Okay. So after completion of the class also, if you can stay back for some time and then quickly note down what has been explained and then close your system and go to the other work. And again, when you are joining to the session before 5 minutes, just recap whatever is discussed in the yesterday's session. Okay. So you should have that much discipline and sincerity. Don't forget after 1 week. And the business users, you have to use the exact logins because so these business users are used to perform their respect to track business transactions. If you see Kelvin.Roth only for procurement transactions, Casey Brown for finance and procurement transactions, and Valerie Tobinsky is for order management. Nothing but if you want to create a sales order, you have to use this login because Valerie Tobinsky is for order management and Frank Egan for inventory and quality related transactions because they have their respective roles to perform the transactions. Valerie Tobinsky is having order management rules, order management access. That's why Valerie Tobinsky can perform only sales order transactions. So in real time also, business users are going to be like this in real time also. So you might be, let's take an example. Okay. So Lakshmi might be working under a procurement department and then Vivek working under warehouse department. So see, in real time, one human cannot perform everything, right? So there will be different departments are there. People are working under different departments. When Vivek is working under warehouse department, and then Raviteja is working under order management department. So they have their respective roles. So they can perform their transactions only. Okay. So that's why to access the demo instance and to perform business transactions, you have to use these users logins. Okay. So how these demo data, these sample users and the sample business users, I'm talking about vision company structure and vision demo data. All these you'll find in the demo application only, not in the real-time application. So this is the demo application. So in the URL, if you see oracledemos.com, it's a demo instance. In this demo instance, you will find the demo data. So we need not to create anything. User is not required to create or any company structure is not required to create. So directly we can use this demo instance to perform the transactions. So we are talking about few implementation users, right? So SCM underscore IMPL and procurement underscore IMPL. See here. So they are available in this instance. Okay. And how we can recognize the difference between real-time instance and the demo instance. All the real-time instances starts with E. All the real-time instances starts with E. Okay, and also, do you see Oracle demos here? Any Oracle demos loading here? Do you see any Oracle demos loading here? Right?
No, no.
So the first point to identify the real-time instances, it starts with E letter. And then the second point is it won't be having a demo wording in the instance URL. Okay, that means it's a real-time instance. And it won't have any demo data, like demo users, it won't have demo data. Okay. And how you'll identify the difference between test and prod? I'm saying that Oracle will be giving the test and prod, right? So this instance is the test instance or prod instance. So this is the difference. So if you see in the instance test, it's a test instance. And if you don't see anything, it's a production instance. It's a production instance. So what about in case if you purchased additional license and one more instance? So you will see like this. Okay. So dev1 and one more instance. If you purchased one more instance, dev2, and in the URL you'll see dev2. Got it? So this is the production instance. If you don't see anything test or dev, it's a production instance. So if you see test, it's a test. And if you see dev1, it's a dev1 instance and then dev2 instance. Okay. So this is how we can recognize the real-time instance and then type of instances. Okay. And then, yeah. So that is about difference between demo instances and real-time instances. And then let's discuss the first topic. I'm entering into the concepts. The first topic is user creation. The first topic is user creation, and you know how to log into the application, right? You know how to log into the application. So let us assume we received this instance login from Oracle, and we're able to log into the system. Let us assume that way. And now, under the springboard from the tools, click on Security Console. Click on Security Console, and then on the left-hand side, click on Users. Click on Users, and then click on Add User Account. Click on Add User Account. Okay. So right now I'm creating implementation user. Right now I'm creating implementation user because the reason is, if you see here, I'm just providing the first name, last name, and then email address, username, and password. For implementation user, these details are fine. But for business user, nothing but employee, to create employee, we have to add a lot of details like job of the employee, and the employee reports to which manager, and the employee works under which location. There are a lot of details we need to enter while defining the employee. Okay. I'm just creating an implementation user. Okay. Do you see here? Did I enter username? Did I enter username? No,
No.
right?
No.
So the username is automatically created. First name dot last name. Okay. And this username format is decided by the user category. It is decided by the user category. This is a seeded category given by Oracle that is called default. So for beginners, what is meant by seeded data? The seeded data is nothing but an example. If you are using a mobile, if you are purchasing a mobile, a new mobile, brand new mobile, by default, you will have a dial 100 number, and then ambulance number, right? So police station number and then ambulance number. So by default, you are getting some data in your mobile. So that is called as seeded data. The similar in the application also, Oracle is providing us a seeded data, like currencies you need not to create. Currencies is already there. Okay. So such kind of, if any data comes along with the application, that is called as a seeded data. Okay. So this user category default is a seeded data, and this is deciding the username generation. This is deciding the username generation. And then coming to the password complexity also decided by this user category. Okay. So let us talk about the user category. It's here on the left hand side. Okay. I would like to cancel this screen and then click on user categories. See here, and the default, this is a seeded one. Okay. And if you open the seeded one, you can see the username generation rule, right? First name dot last name. And what about password policy? So 90 days. So this setting is important. This setting is important when you are creating business users in the application. Okay, because you have to ask this question to the client. So this is nothing but requirement gathering. This is nothing but requirement gathering. You have to ask the client. So asking that, so how you want the username generation? How you want the username generation? You want username generation as first name dot last name, or email address should be the username, or first name first letter followed by full last name, or else person number or party number. This is nothing but employee ID. Employee ID becomes the user login ID. Okay. So gather this requirement from the client and configure the setup according to that. Okay. So let's create a fresh category here.
Krishna, I have a question.
Hmm.
Deepa here.
Adhika.
See, actually, whenever a user is created, we'll create in HRMS, and after that in eBiz, I'm saying we'll create in HRMS, and after that we will get it here, right, for the system administration. Are we following the same way or a different pattern?
It's different in case of EBS. You create employee and then you create a user separately and then you tag employee to the user. Correct? But in Fusion, the moment you create employee, automatically user login also get created.
Okay, so there is no touch with HRMS application.
We have to create an employee from the HRMS application only.
Okay, okay, okay.
The moment you create a employee from the HRMS system, automatically system is creating a user login details also.
Okay, okay.
Okay. We'll come to that topic. Okay, I'm creating implementation user right now, and not an employee. I'm just creating an implementation user.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to create a new user category. So enter the name.
Krishna, I have a doubt. So implementation user is like user is already there in the existing user, or it's a new kind of user?
I'm creating a new user.
Okay.
In the demo instance, you'll have existing users like HCMIMPL,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, but for the real-time instance, assume that we are working on the real-time instance. So we are going to create everything in the demo instance, everything, all the
Okay.
users and then company structure, setups, everything we are going to create.
Okay.
So just a name, and then if you want to enter description, we can, and then username generation, what it says. There should not be a space, that's what it's saying. User category name cannot be empty and may contain characters, numbers, and underscore. Yeah, it's not accepting the spaces. And username generation rule, I want my email address should be the username. Okay. And then save. Okay. And just go to the password policy and then edit. By default, 90 days is set. And then before 10 days, an expiry reminder notification triggered to the users. Before 10 days, password expiry reminder notification triggered to the users. Okay. I want the password should be changed for 60 days, and I want the notification should be sent 7 days before the expiry, and that notification is valid for 4 hours. You wanted to make it to 8 hours. The password expiry reminder notification valid for 8 hours, and then password complexity. So simple means at least 8 characters and one number, and then very complex means 8 characters, one uppercase, one number, and one special character. Okay. I'm going with the simple password. I'm going with the simple password. And then yes, administrator can also manually reset the password. We can reset. Okay, we can click on forgot password button and we can reset ourselves. And also system administrator also can reset password for us and disallow last password. So last used password cannot be set again. Last used password cannot be set again. Okay, just save and close. And then coming to the notifications. Coming to the notifications, in case of EBS, after the user or after the employee is created, we have to manually send an email to the, manually send an email to that person. Hey, this is the URL and this is your username and this is the password. We have to manually send an email to that person. But in Fusion, automatically the system will be sending a welcome email. A welcome email, that is one notification here. See here, when the new user is created, what is the event name? New user creation. When the new user is created, the system is sending a welcome email. The system is sending a welcome email. Okay. So in this welcome email, the user could see the application URL and then a password reset link also. A password reset link also. Okay. And then what about password reminder notification? So you'll see those notifications also. See here, password expire notification, password expire warning, password generated notification, and password reset notification. Okay, so these are the couple of notifications that will be triggered. That will be triggered from here. And then if you click on the user tab, here you will see how many users are created by using this category. If you click on the users, how many users are created by selecting this category? Right now, none. Right now, none. Okay. So I just create a user category. Let me open default. And then if you go to users, there are too many users are created by using this default category. See here, this is the users list. And I'm going to create an implementation user by using our category. So go to users and then click on add user account. And from default, change it to our category. The moment you change it to our category, email address will become mandatory. email address will become mandate to be entered, because the email address is nothing but the username. But if you select default, email address is not mandatory, because in case of default, username generation pattern is first name dot last name. Okay, and now I'm creating an account. Okay, it's now, see here, the username is my email address, and then password. As I said, I'm creating an implementation user, not an employee. Okay, if you have to create an employee, means you have to associate job, position, and manager, and work location, grade of the employee. There are a lot of details are there for employee. For an implementation user is nothing but we. We are the implementation team. We just need access to the application. That's it. We don't need any payroll information, any HR information, not required for us, right? Actual employee, for actual employee, that information is required. Later on, we'll see how to create a business user, nothing but employee. Okay, so this is the implementation user screen, and then save and close. Now here, couple of things around this user creation. I would like to log in this instance in another browser by using the user that we created. Again, I'm fetching the user that I created. So if I talk about the differences between EBS and Fusion, in case of EBS, we can put an end date. We can put an end date. Suppose if you are creating a user account for a contract employee, let's take the contract employee is working for 3 months or 6 months. The moment you create an employee or user, you can create a, or you can put an end date. You can put an end date. That is not available in Fusion. That is not available in Fusion. So end date is not available in Fusion. Okay. And also in EBS, the moment you add roles, nothing but responsibilities, you can also end date the responsibilities. And that feature is also not available here. So we'll add the roles, and there is no end date for the roles. We have to remove the roles manually only. Okay, that is one more difference. And also, if you wanted to, and you want to reset the password, you can click on this reset button. And if you want to log this user account, just click on edit and log this account. Log this account. So suppose if this person leaves the organization, you can just simply disable this checkbox. That means this user is inactive. Okay. And if the user tried password for multiple times, a wrong password, then account get logged automatically. Okay. And how to delete this user account? So from this actions, see here, delete. Click on delete. And then compare users is nothing but comparing two similar users to see the access differences. Comparing two similar users to see the access difference. Okay, so I just created a user, and we can log into that user from another instance. Since I created, I know the password. Generally, you have to rely on the email from the system. But I know the password, that's why I'm straight away entering into the application. Okay, so I don't have anything in the Springboard, nothing, because I don't have any access. Just the user is created. I don't have any access. No roles are assigned to me. Okay, that's why my springboard and my navigator, everything is empty. Everything is empty. Okay, and now if you want to add roles to this user, like if this user working under order management department, then see order management role. And then if this user is working under inventory role, inventory roles. So roles is equivalent to the responsibility in EBS. Roles is equivalent to the responsibility in EBS. Okay. And then couple of other roles related to procurement. So this is procurement related roles. So these are the seeded roles given by Oracle. These are the seeded roles given by Oracle. In case of EBS, you create responsibilities, right? But here, already Oracle has given seeded roles. Already Oracle has given seeded roles. So we can discuss how to customize these roles also down the line. We can discuss what type of seeded roles are there and where we'll find the list of seeded roles and how to customize the seeded roles. We'll see in the coming classes. We'll see in the coming classes. Okay. So just a quick recap. Just a quick recap of today's session. Today we discussed about the differences between demo instance and then a real-time instance, and then demo users in the demo instance. And also we started creating setups in our application. Today we are done with discussing the user categories from here. And then we also create the implementation user from the screen. Okay. And one real-time scenarios under user category is, so to perform integrations, we need a separate integration user, right? We need separate integration user, and that integration user password should not be expired, because the integration user password expired, then integration get failed. So for integration users, what you can do is you can create a separate category. You can create a separate category for integration users. And then the password expire policy, set it to maximum number. Or maybe I'll open any existing. And then the maximum number that we can enter is 4 nines. The maximum number. For integration user, what you can do is you can put just maximum number so that integration won't be failed. Okay. So this is the scenario for user categories for integration users. So what happens is if you are setting a frequent password expiry, so every time you have to be careful. And then the moment password is changed, you have to update the password in other integrated systems. You have to update the password in other integrated systems, right? This is one scenario. So that's all from my side for today. I'm stopping the recording.